Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a Forex stroke currency futures trading tutorial. So I'm using the NinjaTrader platform. The indicators I've got on here are not signal indicators, okay, but they are very tradable when combined together. So I have the Guardian zones, which are automated multiple time frame support and resistance zones that are printed on the chart automatically. I'm going to go through those colors here in a minute. I have down below the bias depth heat map, which is your go, no-go gauge. And I have the manager, which will help manage these trades. So this is the 15-minute on 6E, which is the Euro futures. Basically, it's Euro US dollar. So I'm going to go back to last Friday. I'm going to look at an opportunity after data, after the big NFP data, and then we're going to go through this week. We're currently starting our Wednesday morning. So first of all, I've zoomed out so you can see that the grey zone that we've got down here is a big daily zone, okay? The pink stroke magenta are 60-minute zones. The native zone that we have is the 15-minute, so that's coloured in yellow. And you can just see at the top here, we've got a convergence of a 30-minute zone, which is green. So if I just take the weekly and the daily off, because they're not really going to affect us now, I'm also going to take off the 15-minute for a second, so you can see at the top here, this is where the green 30-minute is. So there's a convergence, there's a confluence, if you like, of both 15 and 30-minute resistance here, which we had that data reaction in. So we're going to go through that day first. Very, very simple. So what we have here is we've got data coming in at around about 8:30. 8:45 is the candle for the reaction there. You see this big green candle at this point here. So at this moment in time, we don't trade the data. We wait for the reaction and look for trading opportunities. So we have this big volatility candle, then we start to go up and we test on a couple of occasions this confluence of 15 and 30-minute zones. We then push back down. As we start to push back down here, we have an initial test of this 15-minute zone, which held us support at the data. Now at this point, I've put an arrow here, down arrow in yellow, to show that the bias depth heat map, all 6 time frames are red. So this is a confirmation that we can go short here. This has tried to break out, so our entry is 1 or 2 ticks below the low of that candle. It did reject that support zone. So what we're saying is we've got a potential short here. We've got a go for our no-go gauge with the bias depth heat map. We're all red. Sensible entry is 2 ticks below the low of this candle. So the next candle opens, it pushes down, pushes through, and just keeps going all the way into the close. Now, it does hit the 60-minute zone, which in theory is our target, and we can take profit. But we do also have the manager here to help us manage this trade. So at the moment, this is on day trading moderate. You can put it on conservative, you can put it on aggressive, to be more aggressive with those stops. We also have with the manager these dots up above and below, which gives us an indication of whether it's lower than average volume, higher than average volume. So at this point here, the management is very, very simple in that it comes down to the 60-minute zone in and around this before the close or during the overnight session here. This is where we have plenty of opportunity to take that profit. So then we go into the open on Monday. So Friday, you're going to close that anyway. On Monday, we do get this bounce off the 60-minute zone. It does start to pull up. However, we're only going to trade that long if we get the 6 time frames on the bias depth heat map as green. They're not. So we don't take the trade. There's no trading opportunity with this particular strategy on Monday. That's fine. Then on the Tuesday, this is the trading opportunity. we're coming back down to test that 60-minute zone again. If we just look left and zoom out a little bit, remember this acted as support previously. Now we get a candle push down below, close below. All 6 time frames on the bias depth heat map are red. 2 ticks below is our entry. It does push through, and this is where we go into this movement here. So we go through, this is around about the sort of European London Open here, which is very, very strong for Forex traders. And we push all the way down to the next 60-minute support zone. It does push up, but you see our cloud with the manager, it remains red. So we're staying in the trade. It tries to push down below the 60-minute support zone, comes back up. We're still red on this, and then we're just settling down now onto this 60-minute zone. So before the close, idea is we've had the momentum, we've had the trade coming all the way down, and we probably just close that. You can swing it if you wish. In this case, it did hang around, and eventually you see the ribbon here turn green, and that was the same similar sort of profit. Have we got a long trade right now? No, because the bias depth heat map is not confirming the trade. I would say if we get some bullish momentum here and it pushes through this 6-minute zone, we might get the bias depth heat map on our side confirming a bullish trade. But right now, we had a trade Friday, fantastic trade. We closed the trade just before the end. We had no trade on Monday. There are other strategies that you will trade on smaller time frames for this move up, but this particular type of strategy, using support and resistance zones, using the bias depth heat map to give that confirmation, and using that manager to manage the trades, there is no trade on the Monday. However, on the Tuesday, great looking trade. Got the signal breaking through that 60-minute support zone. We've got the entry a couple of ticks below, so it's like a start point, if you like. It's tested that low, it's got to break that low to get us in the trade. And then we had all 6 time frames on the bias depth heat map to give us that confirmation. So we take that trade all the way down into the next support zone. We give it a chance because the ribbon is still red. It could, at this point here, we can't look right. All we can say is, this ribbon is still red. Let's give it a chance to push through. It did. It just rejected that at that time. So again, take that all the way into the close, take the profit. Hopefully that helps. Check out the links below. These are available on lots of platforms except for the Guardian zones. They're only available on NinjaTrader. The links that will down below. It's just that the logic is extremely complex, and this cannot be translated into other platforms at this time. So combination of those Guardian zones, support and resistance zones, the bias depth heat map, and the manager.